feeling sorry, cause everything I ever did is coming back to haunt me. I'm crouched in a corner, hugging my knees. I'll be 37 by the time that I'm free. I got enough bed sheet, I'll make me a nice little noose and I'm out. One hell of a future. I fell into the hands of the plan and now it's over. The rage inside is still alive, and it'll survive until I die. And if that's tomorrow, you see, I went alone. My heart was filled with sorrow. It's a shame though, but it's all because of the rage in the ghetto. Shout out to the underground, took me in and gave me some knowledge. And now I'm ready. Heads up with the devil. Ha ha. Ashibu. Brothers in black boots. Stepping up. Hotel.
Grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. drink, drink, drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars.
Gye-Nyame.
Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
Come on. Come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Come on. Pour it.
Move your body.
Move. Stay healthy, family. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Man, I'm behind again. How y'all doing this morning? Man, I got up almost on time. Woke up at 5. Still running late. It's like but hold on. So part of the thing that put me behind was that I'm reaching out to the people that are on our email list, and I try to send out an email. I want to put something thoughtful every day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like some type of thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put a thought every day. Shouts out to Miss Navita. Good to see you. And for some reason, it's streaming on Facebook now. But anyway. So I'm trying to put something thoughtful. So I come up with this beautiful email. In the email. Because, you know, during my studies, I ran across the idea that a tumor is nothing but a stem cell that has lost its identity. So I used that as a starting statement in the email that I sent out to announce the show this morning, right? And in there, I went through how losing your identity is dangerous, and I connected it to the universal law of correspondence, which we talks about the universal laws here. Then I also showed how that stem cell, by not applying the principles, I used the lens of the Nguza Saba to show how this stem cell was disconnected from its culture, and how detrimental it will, and why it was detrimental to the whole body. Right? Got it all together. I got my thoughts together, got it all together. And I said, oh, I got to give them their daily proverb. So I go to the proverb window, and in going to the proverb window, I lost that whole goddamn email. So I had to go back and recreate something. It is not as in-depth as the other one, but the piece that I was trying to show is that we have a lens. out of which we can make sense of reality. And it's in our principles. Our ancestors have given us the tools to successfully be able to not only raise our children, but to live our lives in a powerful way. Right? But for some reason, and part of the reason is the programming that's going on, the programming that you experience after 5 years old, you know what I'm saying? Because I want you to understand, they say you give us a child at 5 and we will determine what their life is for the rest of their life. It's a very simple idea. If you start training somebody when they're young, right? Start domesticating us, right? When you act outside of your culture, you have been domesticated by someone else. You are basically a farm animal for somebody else. And that's what we have allowed ourselves to be. And we sort of like the dog in the house, you know what I'm saying? Because, if you have a dog, the dog is, in a sense, part of the family. But the dog can't get on the couch like cousin JoJo. You know what I'm saying? Can't kiss you on the cheek like your niece or your nephew. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the family, but you're not really part of. If you bite one of my kids, I might put your ass down. Well, Power bit my kids and my grand. I didn't put Power down, but I gave him a stern look when he bit the kids. But y'all know what I'm saying. The dog is part of the family, but it's not really part of the family. You understand? He's domesticated. He don't shit in the house. You know what I'm saying? I have to feed him too. But he's part of the family, but he's not really. Same thing with the cat. Part of the family, but not. Y'all understand? And we have to really start understanding, because what's going on is that we are seeing the world through, in a sense, excuse my language, through our owner's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Owner happy, we happy. Right? And we have to break that shit. And part of breaking it down is many of us getting into these educational institutions and starting to have these conversations. We have whole schools that's not over 90% us. And they are not being given the skills to come out and serve our communities. Come on, y'all. We could do better than that. We got all these retired professionals. We got all these retired. There is no retire. For us, there is no goddamn retirement. There's no retirement from the struggle we are in. We can't retire until we on top. There's no retirement till we on top. But anyway, family, y'all already know how I do it. I'm about to go over to GNJ.media. The rant of the day. The rant of the day. The rant of the day. Let me put on.
Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your history. You lose your history. You lose your power. You lose your power. Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour.
I'm so excited. The rant of the day. The rant of the day. The rant of the day. Y'all ready? You seen it on the flyer. I've been doing some nice flyers lately, huh? Seen it on the flyer. Economics is not even a hard science. So, I put the show on there. Just leave the question up there in the universe. Now, those of you that don't know, y'all need to go over and y'all need to go on and start inboxing Brother Kwame and ask him what's a hard science, right? For those that don't know, physics is a hard science. You know what I'm saying? We could have a disagreement in physics, and I could set up an experiment to prove my idea, or you could set up an experiment to disprove my idea, and me and you could have totally different views. We could believe in totally different things, but because it's a hard science, it's certain things that we have to agree on in physics. It's certain things that me and you could disagree about in mathematics, but we could prove or disprove what we're doing, and both of us will come to the same conclusion. Economics is not that. Economics is not built on that. But hold on. I need to go on over. Y'all need to come over to GNJ.media, because I'm about to start the rant. Because I'm hyped about this shit right now. Because
We got to talk about this, family. I got an article for it and everything. We about to do this rant. Let me see. So, family, with my war horn, I just want to set the anime. Can I get the war horn, please? Oh, now I understand. My fault. I know what's up. Anime tripping because I didn't put up her cousin stuff. Her cousin, Bainu Health. See him right there? Bainu, that's him. Bainu. Right there. Right? Bainu Health has their own sea moss. This is, I can't remember. Quarter pound, something like that. Yeah, quarter pound. It's a quarter pound. So, you know, I gotta advertise it. Are we cool now, anime? All right, Bainu Health. Be on the lookout for them. They got their sea moss. All right, they sponsoring the show. Give them a round of applause. All right, family. So I'm gonna start cutting stuff off. They should be online on everything, but last night we weren't able to get online with we weren't able to get on Facebook with Blunt Talk. I guess Blunt Talk might be the fourth language of science is precise and mathematically expressed. Economics is more of an art governed by theories which may change based on certain behaviors and other variables. It's not a hard science. Actually, it's considered a social science. Wait, hold on. See, y'all need to come over and check out the rant. Because I'm about to go the fuck off. Because this don't, listen, it's not a hard science. Right? Let me, save it, Hatim. Save it. Blow that. It's about to go down, so come over to GNJ.media. Come on over to GNJ.media so we can do this rant. I get this toast on, and we get it. We gonna get it popping. We gonna get the toast on, and we gonna get it popping. I gotta get up out of here. I got a lot of stuff. I was over to the adventure late yesterday, because I'm trying to put together. Because I got several variations of but I have to do something to affect my incoming team a little more intensely. Because right now we are in a very special time as black people here on this continent, here in America. Opportunities that are being presented to us may never ever come again, at least in our lifetime. So I'm pushing it to the limit. We have to push it to the limit. We have to be willing to make people feel uncomfortable. And I know people be like, Brother Hatim, why are you stressing that? Because if we continue on the road of allowing people to be comfortable doing the stuff that they're doing, we are selling our children short. The proverb that I sent out today kind of hit me right square in the eye. It says, we have not inherited our lands from our ancestors. We have borrowed it from our future generations. The space and the time that we have, we are less inheriting it from our ancestors, but more so we are borrowing it. We're borrowing it from our future generations. And what we're doing is we're borrowing it, and some of us are making good investments and it's growing. Others are squandering it. And depending on the ratio of how many of us are doing good with it and how many of us are doing bad with it, how much we done lost, that is what we hand to our future generations. And if we are lacking, right, our children will have very little time and very little space to operate in. what we have right now is an ideal moment in space and time where we could explode the space that we have. It's just a matter of us being willing to change the story and being willing to do the work. Hold on. So let me get into this rant. I got to do it. We got to do it. About to hit that rant. So let's boom. We about to start it. We starting the rant right now. We're gonna go on over here. We're gonna sound that war horn. Old man rant for the day. Economics is not a hard science. So, what that mean, Brother Hatim? So I am reading from Investopedia, and I can actually share my screen with you real quick, even though my head is going to be real big on there. You might not be able to see it. Economics is generally regarded as a social science, although some critics of the field argue that economics falls short of the definition of a science for a number of reasons, including a lack of testable hypotheses, lack of consensus, and inherent political overtones. Despite these arguments, economics shares the combination of qualitative and quantitative elements common to all social sciences. Key takeaways. Economics is generally regarded as a social science which revolves around the relationship between individuals and societies. Critics argue that economics is not a science due to a lack of testable hypotheses and ability to achieve consensus. Despite these arguments, economics shares the combination of qualitative and quantitative elements common to all social sciences. Basically what economics is a narrative shaping device. People telling stories, looking at numbers. That's basically what it is, right? And they use a mixture of different sciences, psychology, blah, 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 and then they throw it together with some mathematical stuff and throw it out there. And depending on how many people like it, because you don't have to prove it, it depends on how many people like the idea, who likes the story, because you got to put the story behind it, right, to make it work, right? So now, what helps shapes a story? Now I'm gonna take y'all off of this screen real quick. I'm gonna take y'all off the screen. I'm gonna take y'all back to my other screen because I want to see if there's any comments coming in. Now, what determines how an individual tells a story? Culture. So what happens when you come from a culture that has been shaped by a sense of lack? And you're telling a story about economics. See, because when you look at some of the definitions for economics, they talk about rarities and shit like this. See, the whole economic system or the whole economic story that we are following, that we are being told, is one about lack, one about limits, one about scarcity, one about greed. And many of us follow these stories and we want to operate with these stories within our communities, not realizing that the story that we are living by is detrimental to us and the entire planet. When in fact, we are operating on a story that is not proven to even be what reality is. Not only is this happening in economics, it's happening all across the board with a lot of social sciences, family. And the point that I'm trying to make in this little short rant is this. Family, what stories are we allowing to be told to us? What stories are we following as if they are actual fact? Some of us talk about economics and some of these economic theories as if they are as real as gravity, when in fact the only thing that's making it work is our belief in it. So could the story we telling about economics be totally wrong? About how the world works? Could the economic story we telling ourselves about scarcity actually be false? Could the story we telling ourselves about economics be totally wrong about what capital really is? Or what should the focus of the people be? Could it be wrong? And the only way that we are going to be able to know it, that is wrong or that is incorrect or that there's something that could compete against it, is if we start pulling together and getting some of our people to look at some of the theories that would actually benefit us. We're not providing the spaces. See, we got a bunch of eggheads in Harvard and these Ivy League schools that's coming up with these economic theories and these economic ideas, these economic stories that they weave and that they tell everybody, and these are cultural hubs out of which these ideas flow that benefit one culture. It don't benefit you. It don't benefit Africa. It don't benefit anywhere else but West Asia. That's it. West Asia, and right now their major hub right here in North America. That's it. So, but where are the people coming out telling our stories? I mean, because that's all they're doing. They're producing stories. Come on now. Brother Kwame say, for growing up as a black brother and the youngest of 10 people in the house, their story helps me know much of what they say doesn't compute. Family, listen to me. This is the point. This is why I'm doing these rants, and I'm trying to connect it back. See, because one of the things that we learn when we start looking at this, we say cooperative economics, according to the story that we're being told, is not about cooperation. It's about competition. Is this not what they tell you? But then we come out with a principle called Ujamaa, where we start talking about cooperative economics, and they tell us that it's impossible for it to work because you need competition. But you mean to tell me there's no cooperation within industries? You telling me that growth don't happen? You don't see some cooperation between Google and Facebook? You don't see some cooperation between Google and Microsoft? If you go through the news right now, it was just an article yesterday about how Microsoft has made Google's Chrome even better. There has to be some form of cooperation in these industries for them to continue to grow and to continue to build. So right there, that lets you know that part of the theory of what we're being told is not all true. So now we need to take some time. We need to create that time and space where we can have some of our young people start investigating what works best for us. And this is not only in economics. This is in a lot of the social sciences. And they will never be able to do this inside the institutions that are being funded by our enemies. We got to understand, family. When I say enemy, or let's say competition. I mean, y'all like that, right? You know what I'm saying? We use it with economics. Let's say a competition, which is basically another word for enemy, right? And I can't be mad. I can't knock the hustle, because what they are trying to do, they recognize the fact that they didn't inherit anything from the past. They're borrowing it from their future. So what they're trying to do is expand what it is they have. They're trying to get a big return on their borrowing from the future. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make sure that their children and their children's children have space and time to operate in. And all I'm saying to us is, are we concerned about this? Are we doing that? Does our economic system or our economic ideas allow us to take the space and time that we are borrowing from our future generations and expand it so that they can have more space and time to operate? Or according to the motto and the story that we're being told? Are we making sure that other people's children have the space and time to operate? Yo, that's been the old man rant. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna sound the war horn. I have exactly 22 seconds left, and as we say in Gye-Nyame, class is dismissed. Now get out of my classroom. All right, so now we about to do this toast, family. We about to hit this toast up. You know, but you already know that I'm going to go right in and I'm going to download it. And for those that are on the email list and y'all didn't get the rant yesterday, I'm going to send yesterday's rant and today's rant to you. I apologize. Like I said, I got caught up because I brainstorm. The way I brainstorm is that if I have boards and stuff around me, you know what I'm saying, I get up and I start writing on the board so I could pull back and I could see all of the stuff and I could start putting stuff together, right? You know, usually I try to do a little fancy little workshop and I got videos but I'm trying to, because one of the things that I'm noticing is that in the process of learning, and you know, I unconsciously I've been doing this. You have to have stories, and you have to find a way to get people involved. Whether we're talking about children or we're talking about adults, you know what I'm saying. You have to get them involved because boom, I talking ain't shit. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I could do hours and hours, but what I'm trying to do is to change my style and to get individuals discussing the content, why I'm there. Not after. I don't want to shock them, and I want while we're developing and while we're building, I want us to be able to have conversation, whether it's amongst them or whether it's us all together. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to move our children to where we need to move them to, we got to have people that are willing to invest and people that understand why it's important to invest. We got a lot of people working with our children that are just there for jobs, family. And we got a lot of people that's sending our children to institutions just so that they can go work a job. So we got two groups of people that are influencing our youth and demonstrating for our youth that are not rooted in our principal system because there's no purpose to it. I'm not sending you to this place with a sense of purpose, and I'm not working in this place with a sense of purpose. So what reflection is our children getting off of that? You can see a difference in how a child reacts to somebody that is intense and purposeful with their information, and they could see it not only in how they teach, but they could see how this individual lives their life. You could see the difference in the effect on them than somebody that's just there. What the hell just happened? There's somebody that's just there. Whoa. Hey, what's going on? Y'all see that? My light just dropped drastically. Hold on. Both of them. All right. Back on. All right, so let's go and do the toast. Let me see. My mic's still on. All right, cool. Let's do the toast. Let's do the toast and let's get up out of here. Lifting up, getting that ambrosia. All right, here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass. We salute that. Ooh, missed the whole bottle. You see that? Missed the whole glass. Lifting our glass, saluting our ancestors by whatever name. Lifting up, saluting our Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass, we salute that Creator, and we say, one resounding powerful word of power. We use Ashe, whatever word you use, just, you know what I'm saying, use your word. We're lifting it up and we say Ashe. Thank you, Anime. From there, where we going? Where you going, Brother High Tim? We move to our ancestors, family. We move to our ancestors. We're going to lift our ancestors high as we do every day here. This is part of the ritual. This is the ritual, right? This is the ritual. You know, I was thinking about it, you know, because, you know, somebody asked me, you know what I'm saying, what would happen if you didn't do the toast for a day? Say, I don't know. I don't want to find out. You know, because there's certain faiths, there's certain places where there's certain rituals that are done on whether a yearly basis or a daily basis or a quarterly basis, where the people that practice the rituals believe that the sun will stop shining or that the world will end. So this puts a lot of pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, and it's sort of like for me, it's a very similar idea. You know what I'm saying? The world will stop. You know what I'm saying? I do this so that all of us can, you know what I'm saying? I take that responsibility, you know, and I don't want to see what'll happen if I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, let's lift it up. We're going to lift up. We're going to salute our ancestors. Calling on our ancestors. Here we go. Taking that breath. Got Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Pendergast, not Lean, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, of our Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pet Ma, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Marion Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, there, Gail Pulley, and the Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Rossi, Miss Jerry Brunson, Miss Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Rich Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana, Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Rem James Smith, Lois Henderson. I just thought about it. It's the day that Elder asked me to start saying this elder's name. Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Rich Tritt, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Dan Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Weather, Vita Farmer, Augusta Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodorus Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ada Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther, Keisha Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spells, Slimmy, Selma Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sam Stelber, Heater Pearson, Surgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Haley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, the Caleb, Rosemary Martinera, John Mattel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Solis Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stan Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amica Russell, Dean Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Anas Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ada County, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingles, R.G. Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson, Kaniko, Brian Watson, Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth, Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Crochet, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Dan Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Harry Tubman Case, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Senior, Mally Miller, Housey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Ertin Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bed Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Lloyd Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Harry Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Carwell Sr., Robert Lee Carwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Reed, John Reed, Shechem Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Alver, Mazarine Crawford, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles, we have James Carswell, we have Liberta Adams, also known as our sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, and we got Fatima McNair. We're going to say it two more times, Fatima McNair. I'm going to have to get the proper spelling and the proper pronunciation. I want to make sure we got it. But the elder has made her passing and kept in line with the community ritual elder. Elder Tony West gave me instructions. Hopefully I followed them to the satisfaction. We got Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damien Topwood, Stina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, I'm Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Rinkers, Jamonte, Marcus Price and his words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sadi Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Knight, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thorne, Johanna, Jasandra Nanette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walter, Fred Powers. We got Elijah Juan Hakeem and Coleman, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis. We got Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Cream Mackey. We got Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Imogene White, Talton Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T.L.R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Ellis Webster, Harvey Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Demond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow, Sylvester Paulson, James Lizzie Winston, Ava Julia Lawrence, Ozell Ellis Sr., Gladys Kofor, Ozell Ellis Jr., we got Geneva Jackson, we got R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Dime, Sarah Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, May Smith, Juanette Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D.N.I.C., Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brendan Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Bewlett, Papa Al Riesland, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gay, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona, Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Martha Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kay, Pam Johnson, Baron Reed Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba, Donna Brooks, Barbara Moses out of Spate, Eric Branson, Eric Winston, Darren Bridges. We got Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny. We got Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant. We got Sarah Keith, Lena Shepard, Burdell Woodland, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor. We got Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilfork, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Callie Williams, Albert Scales, Pat Williams, Mrs. Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdul Razak, Vivian Johnson, BJ Jones, Alvashelle, Roboletto, Monterosa. We got Chet Word, Mama Rahani. We got Deborah Ray, Michelle Nash, and Joseph Lane Miller III. We lift up our glass. We salute each and every last one of our ancestors, lifting it up high, saluting, and we say, Ashe. I forgot to open up the line so that people could listen in, but nobody checked in yesterday. So, all right, we're going to move on. So, family, we move into the present moment right now. We are on Ujamaa. We want to give all the Ujamaa babies a round of applause. Your Ujamaa baby going to represent. Go over to our store. Go to gnj.merch and look up, find Ujamaa. You know what I'm saying? Get your Ujamaa shirt, your Ujamaa color. You see what color it is? It's the color of money. Why you ain't repping? But anyway, Ujamaa. Family, I ask you to open up your red ticket formation and seek out Ujamaa. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Seek it out. Family, not only seek it out, but talk about it. I'm trying to tell you, there are very few issues and very few problems that we cannot solve by applying our principle system. I'm trying to tell you, it passes the Black Yoda test. It is practical. You can apply it. You can learn to look at the world through the lens of our ancestors. We can learn to look at the world through the lens of our principles, our African-centered principles. The world exists. All you gotta do is put on your glass. You got the wrong glasses on. That's why you can't read. That's why you can't see the symbols. You can't, because you got on the wrong. You got to change the glasses of your mind so that you can see, and it's not that hard to put them on. Right? So when you out there seeking Ujamaa, family, seek it out. And not only seek it out, but share the idea with others. Share the proverbs with others. Share the folk tales with others that help bring your point across. Because let me tell you something about them folk tales, right? Let me tell you something about the folk tales. The folk tales make it so easy for anybody to get the lesson. And it sticks. It sticks better than your charts. It sticks better than your numbers. When I talk about stories being the first technology, family, I'm very serious. Stories have stuck around with us since the very beginning. And the reason that stories stick with us, right, is because stories are sticky. Especially simple stories. You know what I'm saying? Like a folktale is very sticky. I mean, we talking all of the folktales that we go over are older than the United States. I want y'all to think about that shit. Really, I want you to think about that shit. It's older than Europe. I want you to think about that. These ideas were so sticky that not only did they stick with the culture in which they came from, they were able to be transferred from culture to culture. And all over the world, you got people telling these same stories. People that don't even speak the same language, people that don't read the same language. So when you start learning folk tales to kind of get your point across, it's going to stick a lot better than somebody that's just able to just throw out the facts and blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to tell you, stories is a powerful thing. You want to teach a baby? Format it in a story. They'll get it. So will your co-workers. So will your employees. So will your employer. Throw them out. And also, pepper it with a little proverb too. Always. Practical use of those African principles. Family, it got to be usable. If it's not usable, you're wasting your time. We're wasting our time. And we don't waste our time. Space and time. I keep on telling you, those are the critical resources. You pursue money. I'm pursuing space and time. Given space, given time, I'll be able to make money off of the piece of space that I got. Just saying. The hustle with me. I'll make money out of the space that I have. So the more space I got, guess what? The more space we got, guess what? The more we could produce. Stop playing with me. Y'all playing. Man, anyway, we lift up our glass. We salute this moment right now. We are on Ujamaa. For those that don't speak the language, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. The Modic principle of the day is reciprocity. Gratitude is what we teach in the M7. Green is the color, as you can see. What in the hell is going on? Green is the color that you see. Oh, snap. Okay. It's that light over there. Green is the color. No, okay. Green is the color of the day. You can go and get yours. Go to gnj.merch. Also, male name for the day is Yao. Female name is Ya. Also, this has a K name too, but I focus on the Y's because it's a particular reason, but I think it's Kwa. I can't think of what the female's name is, but Yao and Ya. So we lift up our glass, we salute this moment, we lift it up high, and we say Ashe. Hold on, fam.
Minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your history, you lose your power, minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your faith, you lose your power, if it is to be, it's up to me, I feel good about myself, I feel good about the people around me, I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Cause I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Until your good is your better. And your better is your best. Black people, you were once great. You shall be great again. Lose not faith. Lose not courage. Go forward. Uplift the race. Harambe. Harambe.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited.
our glass, we lift up our glass, we lift up our glass. And we say, Ashe. I'm sorry, I just noticed my mic wasn't on. So, for those that missed, we toasted our future generations. We toasted all of our relations. We toasted any special libations. And that's what we just came off. And from there, we're going to lift up our glass. We're going to salute. We're going to salute. And we're going to toast. And we're going to toast. This is that selfish toast. This is for you. Right? Those of you out here doing that work. You got to fill up your cup. Right, family? So I'm lifting up the cup. And I'm saying, what is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards your greatness? Come on now. Ashe. Last. Did I? I think I did. Alright, check that later. This live video has ended. They said what? Oh, it did end. I cut it off. I should have been like, why they saying I'm ending on Facebook? All right. So family, so we lifted it up for that selfish toast. Now I want to lift it up for that tribe. Who your tribe? Come on now, say your tribe out loud, family. You got to have some tribal pride, right? That enables us to have pride for all humanity, because we got to be clear on who we are. It's like, if not, we're like that stem cell without an identity. See, that's what they want you to be running around here. Without identity, you become a tumor, you become a cancer, and you just grow and grow and grow until you just destroy everything because you don't know your place. You don't have a purpose. Right? Lift up our glass. You know what I'm saying? To the tribe, my tribe is Gye-Nyame. I don't know what your tribe is. Say your tribe out loud. Lifting it up, we say Ashe. Last but not least, family. Toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most uplifting, most inspiring, wisest individual in the room. Lift my glass up to you, and with that we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Wrong drink, that's my coffee. With, that's sea moss. That's sea moss. Baynu has it. Y'all be hearing more about Baynu soon. Hold on. Old ass ambrosia. I got this honey sitting over here. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Well, I do know what I'm waiting for, but you know, like I said, budget's getting tight. I'm gonna have to tighten it up a little bit more. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say in Gye-Nyame can end, because this is our thing. And we need to make sure, family, you need the support. Because I'm trying to tell you, it is going to get real dangerous in the coming future for what we call black media on these other platforms. So y'all, we need to start building our own shit. I'm just trying to let y'all know. We need to really start building, because I'm starting to get an itchy feeling around my neck when I'm messing with these other platforms, right? But hey, y'all better get ready, because last night was just like a little example. For some reason, we could not get and stream on Facebook. And I ain't just talking about one page. I'm talking about 4 different Facebook pages, including my individual page. I just take another sip on that one. No explanation. No nothing. Right? But we had a good conversation last night. I will be doing a replay of, as a matter of fact, okay. I know how I'm gonna do it. All right. We will be having a replay of Blunt Talk. But of course it would be, you know, I mean, because y'all can see the digital, but if you just want the podcast and be able to download it, blah, 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 we'll make that possible. And I'm trying, and if anybody out there could think about other stuff that we could offer to those people who have, in a sense, entrusted us with their email that want to be on our email list. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the daily email, I was trying to promote them to get some thought popping off. Of course, I'm going to plug into some of the other people in Gye-Nyame and get them to start sending something weekly or monthly, I don't know, or bi-weekly, because we meet. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how we meet, to get something from the whole tribe. You know what I'm saying? To thank the supporters and to thank those that's trusting us with the email and that's responding and that's been taking action with us for a while, because even though they might not be like the support, like the G&J media support, they are individuals who, when we ask, like a lot of these people were people that like 2 years ago before we even knew about this thing, right? This whatever, COVID-19 or whatever. We reached out on a live at a camping trip, and many of these people sent money to assist us as far as, because we was just complaining about the old stove we had. You know what I'm saying? I seen the stove. I said, well, shit, let's go on. And the people made sure that we got the stove. And we sent back the money that we didn't use. Shouts out to Sister Navita on that one. I'm out. Peace.